And speaking from the heart, I shared with you all last Thursday, I'm raising my game. And I understand something. And I want to assist you all in understanding as well. As we go into this week, I want you to bring a level of something different. Maybe you already have this, but I want you to bring it to a whole new level. On how you approach your business, how you approach your advertising, your marketing, and how you approach your life. I want you to embrace a level of courage this week like you've never done before in your life. I learned years ago to study great leaders. Talked with Greg Davison just the other day. I'm a big fan of Jack Welch. He's a great study for me. He used to be the chairman and CEO of GE here in North America because he spent so much time developing leaders. He noted that what separates a manager from a leader was the instinct and courage to make the tough calls. To make the tough calls decisively, but with fairness and absolute integrity. Months ago, I shared kind of an analogy. The Cowardly Lion and the Wizard of Oz. He's another story. See, the Cowardly Lion and the Wizard of Oz, he started out as a non-leader with no purpose and a ferocious demeanor that hid a total lack of courage. When the members of what I'll call the Oz team came upon the Cowardly Lion, he was occupying himself with the meaningless task of scaring anyone who happens along his path. Only when he finds meaning through a mutually shared goal and loyalty to others on the team does his true courage come out. You understand, my fellow CCPRO members, you are a part of a team. You're a part of a team that has 3% goals. You may be sitting out there somewhere in the world feeling like you're alone. You are not alone. Starting with Aaron and Jay and myself and Zach and every other leader here. You're a part of something special. The reason we're so adamant about being at the event in Las Vegas may not even matter what's shared on stage. I know it wasn't for me in my first powerful event like that. I realized I wasn't alone. I was a part of something that was shared. And in that was born a loyalty to others on this team. Did I realize when my true courage would shine? As the Oz story progresses, his courage grows and he becomes protective of his team and increasingly dedicated to the team's mission, which, by the way, is completely merged with his own mission. It wasn't that he didn't have fear within himself. He just required to develop courage as to define it. The Cowardly Lion assumed that because he felt fear. He was not courageous. 3% leaders understand to learn and accept that courage. It's not the absence of fear, but the willingness to act despite the fear. Feel the fear and do it anyway. Listen, it's one of the best lines I've ever heard. Read it years back in an old leadership book. Courage is often the critical seasoning in the leadership stew. Without it, no one even wants to taste the stew. Let me say that again. Courage is often the critical seasoning in the leadership stew. Without it, no one even wants to taste the stew. Here are some vital components to courage as a 3% leader I'm challenging each of us to take on this week. Understanding the power of courage, standing firm in your beliefs, and being courageous in the face of adversity, because adversity, folks, is a simple test of your courage. Few lessons I want us to take today. And the first one is cliche, and we've heard it, but I want you to embrace it again. Courage is not an absence of fear. It's acting despite the fear. Secondly, acts of courage perpetuate additional acts of courage by both leader and follower. Number 3, people are inspired by leaders who are realistic about the obstacles, but challenge them anyway. Number 4, stand firm in your beliefs. Most honest conflicts can be resolved and the commitment of both parties strengthened as a result. But stand firm in your beliefs, and your beliefs is who you are as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, and never compromise. Number 5, when it's a close call between risk and safety, leaders go for the risk. Number 6, when you're hitting difficult short-term obstacles, remembering your long-term goal creates courage. Never forget the big picture. And never forget the people of you accomplishing your goal that will be impacted by you standing firm. Adversity energizes and motivates the courageous leader, but quickly quenches the fire of those who lack courage. And I'm going to end it on a lighthearted note. People, and turtles, by the way, rarely get anywhere without extending their necks. This week, folks, let's be courageous. Let's be bold business owners. Let's be bold entrepreneurs. Let's take some bold action. It's ridiculous to lean on a shovel, pray for a hole. And even if you're on the right track, you're going to get run over if you just sit there. And when logic comes up and logic creeps up, be careful. Logic at times warns us to keep quiet, to not take action. But something more powerful gives us a sense of well-being, of trust. You know what it is? It's courage. My fellow CCPRO members, you all inspire me. I'm so excited to see you in 10 days. Because I know I'm going to be around a bunch of creative, courageous entrepreneurs. Be creative, just be creative and be courageous and be there with me, would you? I'm so excited about this week. Let's make it a fantastic week. But today, let's make a difference by being more courageous. And one more thing. Today, do something really good and really positive for somebody today. But do it in the knowing there's no way they could ever repay you.